Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. I am so incredibly thrilled to have you here today. Take a second and just look around at our world. It often feels completely chaotic, doesn't it? Like things are just happening randomly, totally without rhyme or reason. But what if, right beneath that noisy, unpredictable surface, there's actually a hidden, perfectly balanced universal order? Today, we're exploring a deeply fascinating source text by an author named Su Feng, titled All Gains Must Be Paid. It presents a cosmic philosophy that views the entire universe as this giant, unbreakable mathematical equation. So, settle in, get comfortable, and let's unravel this mystery together.
I mean, seriously, have you ever wondered why human society seems so confusing and chaotic? It's a question we've literally all asked ourselves, whether we're watching the evening news or just trying to navigate the messiness of our own daily lives. Well, the source text we're analyzing today argues that all this confusion, it's just an illusion. Su Feng offers a radical, almost mathematical answer to life's apparent randomness. He proposes that once you actually understand the underlying formula, all that chaos completely disappears, leaving behind a strict, unavoidable system of cosmic transactions.
Okay, let's dive right into this, starting off with Part 1, the ironclad rule. Right here is the foundational thesis of the entire text. The author defines this as an absolute, ironclad rule. The sum of positive and negative energy in the universe must always equal zero. Basically, think of the universe as the ultimate unchangeable seesaw. According to this philosophy, every single gain you make requires an equal payment. It is a literal zero-sum game. If you add weight to one side, the exact same amount of weight absolutely must be accounted for on the other. Nothing is created out of thin air, and nothing vanishes without a trace. In this system, we are constantly in a state of universal exchange. So if you find a $20 bill on the sidewalk today, this philosophy suggests a $20 flat tire is already in the mail.
Moving right along to Part 2, the cost of precious things, where we bring this massive abstract concept back down to earth.
And this brilliantly illustrates the author's point using a very concrete, everyday economic analogy. Imagine you walk into a jewelry store. You'll see rubies, emeralds, and diamonds. For the exact same size of gem, diamonds are always going to demand the highest price. You have to empty way more of your wallet to get that diamond. The text uses this to assert a really simple truth. The higher the value of what you desire, the higher the price you are forced to pay. If you want the most precious things in life, you simply must make the greatest sacrifices. It's a completely proportional relationship that the text argues applies to absolutely everything in existence.
Let's look at Part 3, material and spiritual exchange, to see how this rule applies to way more than just our wallets.
This is just a beautifully poetic line taken directly from the text. What is lost at sunrise will be gained at sunset, and what is gained at sunrise will be lost at sunset. It describes this continuous pendulum swing in our lives. As one fortune rises, another must set. It means that the universe's accounting system isn't just balancing your checkbook, it is balancing your actual life events. If you have a sudden amazing stroke of luck in the morning, the philosophy suggests a corresponding cost is waiting for you in the evening, just to keep the grand equation sitting perfectly at zero.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how the text breaks down the true cost of our desires. It makes the fascinating claim that universal currency is highly exchangeable across totally different aspects of our lives. Gaining immense wealth, for instance, doesn't just cost you your time at work. According to the text, it might cost your inner peace, your reputation, or even your safety. But on the flip side, losing wealth, like paying out material money, might actually end up buying you spiritual peace, comfort, or honor. The author literally points out that the old saying, "a loss of money avoids other misfortune," makes perfect mathematical sense in this universal framework.
Which brings us nicely to Part 4, the long-term balance. Now, you might be sitting there feeling a bit skeptical, wondering, well, why don't we always see this karma happen immediately?
The author actually addresses that skepticism directly by posing these rhetorical questions. Why do people sometimes suffer pain completely out of nowhere? And why are people sometimes so incredibly happy? In the context of this source material, the answer isn't random luck. If someone is suffering, it is because they have previously gained something, and well, the bill has finally come due. If someone is experiencing immense happiness and grace, it's because they have previously paid a heavy price. It's all about these hidden mechanics of karmic debt.
So let's see how this builds on a much grander scale. Why do we so often miss seeing this balance play out? The author insists that you cannot judge this cosmic equation in a single moment, or even a short time period. To truly see the zero-sum reality, you have to measure it across a person's whole lifetime. And for the deepest imbalances, the text claims you literally have to look across the karma of 3 incarnations. Essentially, the universe keeps perfect accounting. but it operates on a fiscal year that is vastly longer than human patience.
To back this up, the text actually leverages perspective from major religious figures to support this massive timeline. For example, it cites a warning from the Prophet Muhammad, imparting the idea that if all of your desires are met in this current life, then absolutely no benefits or welfare will remain for you in the afterlife. Remember, we are just neutrally exploring the text here, and what the author is highlighting is a very consistent spiritual theme. Taking all your gains right now leaves your cosmic bank account completely bankrupt for whatever comes next.
Finally, we reach part 5, living by the rule. Knowing all of this, how does the author prescribe we actually live our day-to-day lives?
So the crucial takeaway is summarized in these strict daily mandates. This is essentially the author's behavioral manifesto. Because every single gain incurs a debt, the text advises extreme caution. Take nothing for free, not even donations. Never, ever profit from someone else's misfortune. And incredibly, it even extends to our closest personal relationships. Expect absolutely nothing for free from your spouse or partner. The ultimate winning strategy here? Pay more, gain less. No exceptions, no free lunches. Period.
Now, for those aiming for the very highest spiritual ascension, the text outlines a pretty radical path. You must completely dedicate your body and soul, willingly paying whatever high prices life asks of you. Why? Because you cannot acquire your way into heaven. You literally can only give your way there. It is a fundamental, total inversion of how we normally think about success. And to really drive the point home, the author offers this stark reminder. You might escape a blow in the mortal world, but you cannot escape punishment from Tao in heaven. This perfectly summarizes the absolute inevitability of the universal balance. You might think you got away with taking more than you gave. You might think you found a clever loophole or a shortcut in life, but according to this source material, the universe has a perfect memory. Every single cosmic debt is eventually collected.
Which leaves us with this final, truly vital question based on today's explainer. Are you truly gaining today, or are you simply borrowing from tomorrow? If the universe really is this massive zero-sum equation, every win, every piece of wealth, and every tiny moment of luck comes with a price tag attached. Next time you catch a lucky break, maybe ask yourself what it might ultimately cost. Thank you so much for joining me to unpack this fascinating text. Keep questioning the world around you, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.